The liberal media is melting down over former President Trump's appearance at a McDonald's location in Pennsylvania. Former president swapped his suit jacket for an apron and started to work at the fry station.
Hello, everybody. Sir. My first day at McDonald's. I'm looking for a job.
Hello, President Trump. I'm Derek Giacomontoni. I'm the owner.
Oh, wow, that's a good owner. Must be a wealthy guy, huh? Thank you very much. Well, I'm looking for a job, and I've always wanted to work at McDonald's, but I never did.
This is in there. She has an apron for you.
Oh,
and good job on your first day.
I think I should take
President Trump.
Should I take off my jacket? I think so. The press wants to see this. How are you? He's a wealthy guy. He owns a lot of McDonald's, that guy. That's great. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, you got it.
Well, Trump got the job, and here he is handing out orders to excited customers.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Look at all the fake news over there. Hello, everybody.
You can fake this, right?
And you know this is compliments of Trump, okay?
Yes, thank you. Mr. President,
Yes.
please don't let the United States become Brazil, my native Brazil.
We'll keep it good.
Please, please.
We're going to make it better than ever, okay? Look at that.
Mr.
Look at that. How are you?
Thank you, Mr. President.
Nice to see you. How you doing?
You made it possible for ordinary people like us to meet you.
You're not ordinary.
I mean, thank you so much
You are
for
not
everything
ordinary.
you're doing.
I can see.
We pray for you, and you are the type of person we want to be the president.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And he found time to do his other job of running for president by talking about his opponent, Kamala Harris.
I love McDonald's. I love jobs. I like to see good jobs. And I think it's inappropriate when somebody puts down all over the place that she worked at McDonald's. It was a big part of her resume that she worked at McDonald's, how tough a job it was. She specifically worked at the French fry, where they make the French fries, and she talked about the heat. It was so tough. She never worked at McDonald's. McDonald's just confirmed that again, by the way. She never worked at McDonald's. In other words, she's lying, Kamala.
Now, McDonald's said they don't have records going back to the 80s. They put out this long statement where they seem kind of enthusiastic to have Trump there. They also welcomed Kamala to come. But Carly, I saw these videos, and I thought, this is some of the best retail politics, if not the best I've ever seen in my entire political lifetime. But the press, here is what they said. They see it totally different. French cuffs and French fries at Donald Trump's McDonald's gig. Rolling Stone, Trump makes fries at McDonald's, bizarre attempt. Washington Post, you see this. Stage managed campaign stop. Well, yeah, it's stage managed because Iran has hit him on a hit list and have to protect the guy. This was objectively incredible.
Yeah, it's like we are 15 days until the presidential election, so everything Donald Trump does is going to be a level 10 controversy by some members of the media. And if I could just read a little bit from New York Magazine, because I laughed at how they characterized this stop as well. They said, so in an effort to highlight his claim that Kamala Harris never worked at McDonald's, Trump pretended to work at a closed McDonald's where he served pretend orders to supporters pretending to be customers. Hopefully the fries weren't cold, they said. So, like, this was I wouldn't even call it a standard campaign stop. I do think that it was creative, but it's retail politics. It's been going on for generations, and they're trying to make it seem like he's tricking voters into thinking something that it wasn't. And, you know, I think that just because you don't like a candidate doesn't mean that everything they do is bad. And I think a good example of that actually happened at the Univision Town Hall when both Donald Trump and Kamala Harris were asked to name 3 things that are good about the other person, and they were both able to come up with something. So maybe we can use them as examples that not everything is terrible.
Yeah, Kamala could only name 1, and Trump rattled off 3 things he liked about Kamala. It was pretty endearing.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris tried her creativity over the weekend by rolling out the surrogates. Let's watch.
This is how a bad saves democracy. You couldn't even spell democracy. Ha!
So that was Lizzo Harris. She campaigned over the weekend for Kamala. I mean, we'll leave it to viewers who is more effective.
Look, I'm not mad at that white suit. That looked good, Lizzo. It looks pretty. Look, they're going to do everything they can. It's closing arguments time. And that's, again, why, and you brought up a good point, Carly, why both of them could be doing all these things. I mean, Kamala could have gone to McDonald's before he got there.
Yeah.
Right? She could have done that. She could have told more detailed, rich, and enhanced memories of her time there. I learned from my aunt and uncle and working at their franchise 7-Eleven, how to be a good coworker, how to be that person who appreciates the viewer, now customer, of what we do. And I was really young, like really young. But my dad lectured me about what taxes would look like out of the paycheck. I mean, no, I'm too old now to have like all of that, and both my parents are gone. And she's about the same age I am. But we don't forget those early moments. Yeah. Why not share that? Or go make some new ones. Yeah. Like, I mean, I volunteer. If 7-Eleven calls me, I can make a Slurpee. Yep. I mean, I'm happy to do it. I'm not running for anything, though. She is. So he took all of the chicken nuggets off her plate when he made it to McDonald's first. But her campaign, that's what I was saying earlier. Why didn't her campaign just jump on the Getty Up and go do it?
It's a great point. You know, I remember working at Hollister in high school and having asked customers, have you heard how great our jeans fit? It was pretty lame in hindsight. But,
no, that's good. I like Hollister.
Kaylee, you know, this love of Donald Trump for McDonald's, it is not stagecraft. It is indeed real. I've witnessed it. And I want to walk down memory lane. This is Donald Trump with grimace.
I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I'd put together some really impressive deals. But this thing you've pulled off, it's amazing. A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do it? What's your secret? You're a man of few words. I like that.
He also brought fast food for the Clemson team to the White House. We'll put up that image, Kaylee.
The reason why this campaign event was so successful is, yes, it's trolling at Kamala Harris a little bit, but think about what Trump did here. He has proved that there is dignity in all labor, that all workers are important no matter where you work. And I actually think this is part of the reason why no one can verify whether Kamala Harris actually did work at McDonald's, why she didn't include it on her resume, because maybe she was embarrassed or ashamed of the fact that she worked at a McDonald's.
I pray that's not right.
And what is Trump doing here? He is proving to the American people that it does not matter what you do, does not matter whether you're lower class, middle class, or upper class. Every single job has value. And that makes me think of my mother-in-law, who has worked at an auto factory since she was 16. Or my mom, whose job at McDonald's was actually her very first job ever. It's such an important message, and I think that's why it's appealing to so many voters.
Jason, and then he went to the Steelers game where there were chants of USA.
Hey, this is the happiest Happy Meal I've ever seen, because not only did you get the media meltdown, but we're talking about McDonald's. Nobody likes McDonald's more than I do, except probably President Trump, because I tell you, 2 old beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles on a sesame seed bun. It's going to happen in about 15 minutes when we're done with this show, I can tell you that. But it was great. And look at the contrast. You have Lizzo getting on a private jet. What American relates to that? Everybody can relate to McDonald's.
I know. Well, I hope when I roll up to Taco Bell next time, Donald Trump's handing me my Crunchwrap Supreme. That would be phenomenal.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.